Hi, I'm Peter Sidwell. I am so sorry we are late. We have had a few network issues. I think everybody's on the internet now. They've finished work, they've switched off. Thank you very much for joining me, young'un. It took us a little while. We've had to reset everything. I'm hoping that you can hear me nice and clearly. If anyone can, please send me a message on Facebook. My wife sat down there in the corner waiting for her gin and tonic. I told her she can't have it until we finish this live stream, so she's a desperate woman. So please, look, somebody let us know. They can hear us, we're live, we're talking to the world, and if we are, we will start cooking. Because Friday is going to be treat night tea in our house, isn't it, you two? Yeah. We have treat night tea on a Friday. We try and eat healthy during the week, and then at the weekends, on Friday night is when it starts. We're good. Somebody's given us the thumbs up. Thank you very much for that. It was a little bit hair-raising. Emily's slightly stressed. She's got another couple of grey hairs, which doesn't help. She's only 21. Emily, that camera just clicked at me, just so you know. So we're going to make fish and chips. You know, popular one in our house, isn't it? We like a bit of fish and chips, don't we? But we don't have a fryer. And you don't need a fryer. So hopefully you have seen how yesterday I posted to do a little job for me before we go live, which was to take your potatoes, cut them into 1 centimetre slices and microwave them with a plate on the top for 5 minutes. And once that's done, we can now turn those into some amazing crispy chips just using the oven. Then we're going to turn our attention to the fish. And we're going to egg, flour and breadcrumb them. I've bought the salmon and I've bought the cod so that I can show you both. We can do that. You can make extra, you can pop them in the freezer, save them for next week. So a bit of batch cooking is always a good thing. And then we're going to serve them just with a little warm kind of somewhere between garden peas and mushy peas. Because you like mushy peas, don't you? You don't, do you? I don't mind. You don't mind?
I would.
So if I went somewhere in the middle?
Yeah.
Done deal?
Yeah.
Done deal. Right, okay. So first of all, let's have the potatoes pops, yeah? So, marvellous. Always done. Yeah, we'll hang on to it because we're going to eat off those. So these chips, well, these are going to be chips, aren't they? Do you want to pop those plates just over there for me? Right, now, Poppy, you're pretty good with the knife, aren't you? So I've got my knife, you've got yours there. Poppy's got a tipless knife. So it's just a little bit of added safety feature, but she's actually very good with a knife. She's been taught to use a knife since she was a little one, really. So these are like part cooked. So all we're going to do, if you can cut to this, Emily, yeah. And then we're going to cut them into sort of thin chips like that, yeah? Not too thin, yeah? Can you do that for me? Yeah?
Like this.
Right, yeah, and when they're cooked, little man, can you pop them onto there? I'm going to drizzle some oil onto the tray and then I'll hit a few of the chips. So when you put them down, Thomas, onto the chip, roll them round so they pick up a bit of oil, yeah? That's it, perfect, yeah. Good. Okay. Anyone got any questions while we're cooking? Please send them into Facebook. We will, my wife will shout them out to me and I will hopefully answer them for you. Are you okay? Yeah. If you use the tip of your knife rather than all of it, because the potato is quite starchy, if you just use the tip, it'll cut right through. Even though it's a tipless knife, it'll still do exactly the same job. Okay. And this one that hasn't got a flat bottom, turn it over and we'll do it that way. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get a question on what potatoes to use. Now, I'm using Albert Bartlett potatoes today, but what I would generally go with those or go with the Maris Piper. They're a general, turn it over the other way, that's it. They're always going to be reliable for you. They're always going to work. They go up nice and fluffy. There's not too much starch in them. Can you help? Can I help?
Quite hard to do.
Okay, let me do that one for you. If ever you get to it and you can't quite do it, just shout me and I'll help you. Don't struggle, yeah? Maris Pipers will always serve you well, and the Albert Bartlett ones were there. They're really good. They're a tasty, good all-rounder. Okay, are we all right, Emily, with our broadcasting after our little hair-raising moment? Yeah. Good. That's good. There's nothing worse than switching on and nothing happening. And you do exactly the same as you did the other day, but it didn't work. But now it works. We're back. Okay. They're craving gin and tonics, and I won't let them have one until we're finished, okay?
Fill up the tray.
But no, that's all right. You can keep moving around. So what we can do is make a little bit of tray, because you've done such a good job there. That all that space is there as well. Okay. Any questions firing our way?
Yes.
No? Everyone's quietly in awe. That's fine. Okay. Nearly there. Okay. Good stuff. So, I'm going to just chat about the fish actually. Can you cut to the fish, Emily? Or is it in the wrong place for you?
It's just if you bring it up to this.
Yeah, bring it up to here. Right, I'll
That
pop
one
it to.
hasn't worked because it was too thick.
All right, just leave it there. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I bought salmon and cod. Now I bought a full side of cod, and I bought sort of maybe half a side of salmon, because I wanted to show you actually, if you learn how to prepare these pieces, they're actually cheaper than if you buy them all portioned up, I think. If you go to your fishmonger, or even go to the supermarket and there's a wet fish section, some supermarkets have them, some don't at the moment. I know with lockdown, they stopped doing the wet fish counters, but I'm not sure if, are they back open yet, Em? Have you noticed? Not noticed. They were, well, they were for me. I went to my local supermarket and they were, so it's definitely worth investing in some fresh fish, and we'll portion it all up and we're ready to go. Right, while Poppy's doing that, do you want to put a little bit of salt on those? A little seasoning of salt. Hey, it's all right, no, it's salt, you're all right. Give it a little season of salt. What the salt will do is draw the moisture out, and it'll allow them to go really nice and crispy. Because we've cooked them for 5 minutes in the microwave, they're already halfway there. It's a bit like when you blanch a chip. When the fish and chip shops make their chips, they part cook them first at a lower temperature, then they crank the temperature up, everyone piles in their orders, and then they flash fry them in a really hot heat, and that's what makes them really crispy on the outside and fluffy in the middle. And that's what we're trying to do with this, but with an oven. Because most people don't have deep fat fryers anymore. Most people have ovens. But these non-stick trays with MasterClass are brilliant. The non-stick on them is fantastic. Right, are we good?
We need a little bit more
That'll do.
oil.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Chuck them on quickly. Yeah? And then what I'm going to do is, look, if I shake them like that, there we go. Right, can you can probably reach the oven. I'm not sure you can quite reach the oven, can you? Can you give it a go? I'll do it. There we go. They're at a daddy height, aren't they? Right, so they're in 180 degrees. They're going to be 20 minutes, okay? And they're going to be really golden and crisp really easily. Now, who's feeling brave on the fish? No? Dad going to watch or? Right. Salmon or cod first? Salmon, right, okay. So salmon's super good for you, okay? It's full of natural oils. Are we going to be able to cut into this nicely, Emily?
Yeah.
As in cut the camera, not cut the fish.
Well, you are cutting the fish.
I will. Are we good? Yep, no, I believe you. You don't need to show me. So the skin is on. Buy it with the skin on, it's cheaper. Otherwise you're just paying for somebody else to do it for you. So what I'm going to do is I've got a cook's knife here. I'm going to hold my fish with my fingernails, and I'm going to cut in just gently, 45-degree angle with no effort at all. Let the knife do the cutting, and that's done by pushing the knife through the ingredients. And then I'm going to keep cutting, and I'm pushing the knife to my left, so towards Pops, okay? Now, I've got a little bit more space. Now I can grab hold of the fish skin, and I'm keeping it nice and tight. Now I'm working the knife, and now the knife can go flat to the board, okay? So the knife is flat, the skin is gripped, and then all I need to do is just run the knife parallel to the chopping board and keep the skin really tight. And there we go.
Do you want me to put it?
Whoa! It's all right. Open the bin.
Yeah.
I knew I'd get you with that. I've been planning that all day. Right, it's fine. So, we've removed all the skin, okay? And now we've just got fresh fillet. There's no bones in it because I took the back end of the fish, so from the tail towards the head. This bit has no bones in it. That bit, the next bit, does. So whoever came after me has got all the bones. Right, so we're going to cut these. Do you want them in fish fingers or do you want them in pieces? What do you want?
Fish fingers.
Fish fingers, right. So sort of 2 centimetre slices like that, yeah? Another piece like that. Okay? Yeah? It's not. Fresh fish smells of the seawater. So when you're at the seaside, fish smells like that. It doesn't smell of fish. Then I'm going to turn the end. So now I've got my pink fish fingers. That's what we used to tell you though, pink fish fingers. Right, cod. Slightly bigger piece of fish here. Okay?
Does this have bones in?
No, because the bones run down that bit there. Okay?
Oh,
So you can ask your fishmonger to take them out for you. So there's no bones. The only bit sits there, and it's kind of around the rib cage from the fish. So we're going to do exactly the same again. I'm going to put my knife in there, 45-degree angle. Are we cutting into this yet?
Yeah.
Good. All right, you're going to be doing some work in a minute.
Can we do that?
Yeah, you can do, yeah, in a minute. All I'm going to do is cut all the fish up, get it chopped into pieces, and then we can do the egg, flour and breadcrumbing. Yeah?
I like that bit.
I know, you'd be good at that. It's really good to get them doing this bit, okay? Because fish fingers don't just have to come out of a box from the freezer. Do they, Mrs. Sidwell?
I'll put it in the bin.
Okay, so, go for it. Now this fish is slightly more delicate in texture and will take slightly less time to cook than the salmon. The salmon is slightly more dense. Okay, so I'm going to cut that there. I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to make these slightly bigger and rounder pieces, so like that. Okay?
Can you make some little ones too?
No, I've got little pink ones, so okay. And then I'm going to turn the fish around like so, and then we're just going to cut into those pieces. So we've got sort of somewhere between fish fingers and arms. Yeah? Fish arms. What do you think about that? Okay, so let me get rid of this, and then we will start. Yep, they're off. Right, okay, so. One crack the eggs, one whisk the eggs.
I'm cracking them.
Alright, you crack the eggs. Come on, do me proud, you've been cracking eggs for years. Right, go wash your hands once you've touched raw egg. Go wash your hands. Good lad. Right, I'm going to season the fish. Okay, so when you egg, flour and breadcrumb, that's fine. But what we're going to try and do is get some nice flavourings in there. So seasoning, salt and pepper is a really good way just to season the inside, because actually they're steaming inside that coating. So a little bit of salt, not much, just needs a touch. And then a little bit of pepper, again, just a touch. Right, there we go. Right, we're going to add a little bit of water just to let this down with the egg so that it becomes a nice coating. Yeah? Now the secret to doing this is always keeping one hand dry. Otherwise you end up with all your fingers egg, floured and breadcrumbs. So we use one hand for egg and flour and the other hand for breadcrumbs. Do you remember that? Come on, get your hands out, you. So let's get this in the right order. Flour first. Let's put the fish down there. Let's get a little bit of a factory going here, yeah? So flour, let's do the salmon first. I'm going to get the frying pan on, okay, and start getting that warm because we're going to cook these really quickly. You all right?
Yeah.
You want to move?
I want to be able to see what the guys are doing.
Okay.
There we go.
See, even Emily's watching you all the time. Right, a little bit of oil in the pan. So we're going to get them nice and coloured in the pan, and then we're going to finish them in the oven. Right, are you ready to egg, flour and breadcrumb? Yeah. Right, off you go then. Okay. I'm going to use this non-stick tray here. It's one of the MasterClass ones, and it's got like a textured base on it. So you get little air pockets, and it just helps with the non-stick.
I don't want to do that.
Come on. Be brave, Tom. You big Jessie. Come on. Do you want the tongs?
Yeah.
That's it. Good, good.
You can't feel it when it's
So you just lift them all up, turn them over. Yeah?
I'm doing it today.
Yeah. I think you've got the best job actually, Tom. So put that one onto there.
Oh yeah, I can't feel it.
Yeah, you can't feel them, can you? Well done. if you do me, say, 6 pieces of salmon, Poppy, and then do me 4 pieces of cod, and that'll do, and then we'll cook the rest once we've finished. Right, so the pan's just getting hot. I'm going to turn the extractor on, just a nice gentle pull the heat away. Are you okay?
Well,
You're making noise. You're moaning, aren't you?
3.
Come on.
Stop being a big baby.
Exactly. Your sister has said. Your sister has spoken. What's going on? Right. Can we see the pan all right? We got a nice cutaway of that, yeah? Right, so I'm going to start cooking the salmon and give it a bit of colour, yeah? So into the pan. Now, whenever you're doing this, lay the fish away from you. So if any oil splashes, it doesn't splash your way, it splashes that way.
This is last bit. Is it?
Yep, and then you're going to do some cod for me, aren't you? Yeah?
Oh, great.
We're having trouble. What's going on?
He doesn't like it.
He's alright.
Oh, slimy.
So I'm just going to carefully turn the fish over.
It's just the egg. Ow.
You
No.
big baby.
I can do it.
Right, okay, so that's the salmon in. So what we are going to do is we're going to get a nice bit of colour on there, get them cooked on the outside and then just finish them off in the oven. Are we alright?
Yeah.
Okay? Is it all quiet on the western front, is it? Okay, are we good?
How many more of these?
That was it. Oh, are you doing the cod? 4 pieces of cod, please.
Oh.
That's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's good. So 1 more piece of cod, and then we're ready. Now add a little more oil if you need to. Because you can tell they'll go golden or they'll start to scorch. And if they're scorching, you want to just add a touch more oil.
Stop.
That's
A
it.
few more.
Just push those to one side because we'll do those later on. And then we'll pop those away. Pop those away, Poppy. That's it. Good lad. Right, you take that with you and go wash your hands. I will give this a quick wipe because we're going to cook the peas. There we go. Right. Okay. So let's just turn these over and you can see they're just starting to go nice and golden and crisp. Lovely. I'm going to put those that side. We okay?
Yeah.
Right, let's pop these onto there. And then we're going to get some fresh oil in.
I'll put them in.
Yeah, let me just wait until the oil is ready. I'm just going to wipe the pan out because what you find sometimes if you're doing it in batches, you'll find that some of the breadcrumbs come off and they'll burn. So you want to just wipe out your pan carefully. And then you start again. So let me just clear that. Right, Tomboy.
Oil.
You're going to pour some oil in for me. I'll tell you when. Alright? A big, go on.
Slippy hand.
A good chefy drizzle. That's it. Whoa, that'll do.
Okay.
Lovely.
That's a lot.
Right, so you lay it away from yourself, yeah, so you have to be really careful because it's hot oil. That's it. Brilliant. So cod is what's normally in your fish fingers. Yeah?
The fish fingers from the shop.
So cod used to be on the endangered list. It's now no longer on there. It's now sustainable fish. No, thank you. It's now sustainable fish, and it is coming from our shores. We have a lot of it, and it's a beautiful fresh fish. Really, really good. What I would always say is when you're cooking fish, the simplest ways are, without shadow of a doubt, the best ways to cook fish. Fried in little breadcrumbs with a squeeze of lemon juice, or in a foil parcel with a bit of lemon and butter and herbs. That's it. You don't want to go too far past a little bit of lemon. And you like a squeeze of lemon, don't you? On yours.
Yeah.
Not a bit louder.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, there we go. Let's just carefully lift those pieces of cod out, and they can go in the oven. Poppy, can you pop that into the oven on the bottom shelf there? Tom, if you open the door. That's it, shut the door, don't let the heat out. Right. So we're going to do our peas now. Okay, so turn that one off. Thank you very much. What I would like is a splash of olive oil in there, please. That'll do. Okay. There's a poppy attached to that. Can you grab a lemon, please, and the honey? Oh, we changed pans. We've changed Emily's angle. Dear. Right. Okay. So we're going to squeeze some lemon juice. Thomas, do you want to learn how to cut the lemon in half? Yeah. We're going to have a go. Yeah. Right. You haven't done any cutting yet, have you? So you're one of those weird right-handers, aren't you? Okay. So you hold the lemon like that. Okay. And then you go in, and we use the knife, and then we just push backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. There you go. That was easy, wasn't it? Yeah? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Right. So, can you grab a spoon? Just let Emily rearrange your cameras. There's some just on the top there. Oh, well done. Right, so all we're trying to do is make sort of a kind of a little sort of salsa. Somewhere between fresh peas and garden peas. Are we alright? Yeah, nearly. That's alright. We've got all the time in the world. Boris isn't letting us out until Easter. We're not going anywhere. Right, so what I'm going to do is...
I got one on a picture.
Alright, okay, let's leave that there. I think Emily wants to get nice on the chopping board. Yeah, she good. Right, she's happy now. Okay, so we're going to use that. There. Okay? When you crush a piece of garlic, I just found it over there. It's not in the recipe. Don't worry about it. If you've got it, great, and you like garlic, put it in. If you don't like it, that's absolutely fine. So all it's done is it's just kind of broken it up a little bit. I'm going to pop that in there, and it's just going to sort of swim around in the garlic a little bit. Don't worry about it, Pops. It's fine.
It smells of fish if you...
Well, that's because it's got fish in it. It'll be emptied at the end of the day. Doesn't matter right now, does it? No. Right. Are you going to put those peas into there for me, please? Yeah? And we're just going to start to warm these through. Now, these are frozen peas. And I've just left them in the bowl for half an hour while we were getting ready. And then we're going to add a little bit of seasoning, touch of salt, not a lot. Touch of pepper, again, not a lot. And we're just going to warm these through nicely, yeah? And then we're going to finish it with a little bit of honey and a squeeze of very beautifully cut lemon.
I want to do that.
Done a good job there, haven't you? Right, I'm just going to have a look at the chips. We'll have a little shake around, make sure they're going all crispy and golden. They certainly are. Lovely. That's good. Right. Okay, we good? What are you up to, you two? You make me nervous.
It's Mama
Right.
saying...
Is it open?
Yeah.
Is it?
No.
Is it?
Oh, that's why it didn't pop.
Yeah.
Oh. After we've done this, go with it.
Right,
It's
no,
like one of
it's
those
not
things on
happening.
a milk.
I know. Right, let's get the honey open. Let's go. Okay, so pop your lid back on there. Right, Thomas, can you give me your very best squeeze into there? One lemon, half a lemon. Come on, use those muscles.
What about pips?
We'll fish them out if there is any.
Yeah.
Okay? Are we good? Done it?
Yeah.
Ooh, lovely. Olive oil, lemon juice, just amazing. Right, a little squeeze of honey. Right, put it on the spoon first, because I know you. That'll do. So, teaspoon of honey, just enough to bring the natural sweetness out of the peas. We're not trying to make it sweet. We're just trying to bring it together. Right, that'll do. Have we any questions? No. Oh, I could do with a question. Come on, somebody fire a question at me.
Make
Emily.
a joke and then people do one.
No,
Joke,
I'm not
joke.
doing the grater today. Anyone got a joke out there for us? No? Oh.
Poppy, you one.
Yeah, Poppy, didn't you have one?
Yeah,
You had a joke, didn't you?
No.
No? What was it? Oh no, it was bagels and seagulls yesterday, wasn't it? Didn't it? Well, it's your turn. What's your joke? Have you got one? What do you call a three-humped camel?
Oh, it's past. Everyone knows that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody.
Alexa does.
Alexa does now. Don't shout that word, otherwise things start happening in people's houses.
Alexa.
Thomas, stop it. Right, okay, so our fish is almost cooked, our potatoes are nearly ready. I was hoping for lots of questions for 5 minutes so that I could just let these cook a little bit longer.
I'm trying to think of a good joke.
Ah. See, we can even, yeah.
I got one.
What, you got, a joke or a question?
Not a question.
Go on.
A polar bear walked to a fish and
Tell-
chip shop.
Yeah?
He said to the lady on the counter, "Oh no, can I have some fish and chips, please?"
Yeah.
And the lady at the counter said, "Why?" A long pause. And he said, and the polar bear said, "I've always had them."
Oh, I was wondering where we were going with that one. I wasn't quite sure. Right, these chips are nearly done. I'm just giving them a bit of colour on the hob actually, because I'm waiting for Thomas's joke.
Come on, Thomas.
Come on, Thomas. You know you've got
got your
one.
joke book.
Oh yeah, haven't you?
Yeah, but I don't know where it is.
Where is it?
On your bed.
My bedroom.
I was hoping for one of your super jokes,
Bring it on
Thomas.
Monday.
Bring it on Monday.
Yeah.
So, do you know what we're cooking on Monday?
No.
Chicken Kiev.
You're spoiling it for them.
No, we're not. We're letting everyone know so that they can join us. Chicken Kiev on Monday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to make the most amazing shepherd's pie that's actually veggie, but you wouldn't know it. And then Friday, we're going to make homemade pizza. My favourite, Thomas's favourite, homemade pizza. No pizza oven needed. You'll love it. We're even going to make it so that you don't need to prove and knead and work the bread. It's a kind of lazy man's pizza, but it tastes really, really good. So, our fish is ready. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to serve this up.
That looks like
Okay.
from the Chinese.
It does a little bit, doesn't it? So well, let's put a few little peas on there. Okay, so they've got that nice little dressing. And then I'm going to take a piece of cod and pop that onto there for you. And I might even pop you a little piece of salmon on there as well.
Yum yum.
And then it's time for chips. Now,
Are they cooked already?
are they what?
Are they cooked?
Yeah, of course they are.
They look.
They look cooked, don't they? They're nice and crispy.
It looks on the floor that I'm slipping in.
It's fish skin that I dropped and then I put it back in the bin.
Ew! I'm going back over here.
You're bonkers, you two. You need to get out, don't you?
I've already been out.
I know, you've been and done your exercise, haven't you? Right, with all good fish, it needs... Can you see that there, Emily? If I move that, it's going to spoil it for you, isn't it? Yeah? Alright, she's happy, finally. Finish with a squeeze of lemon. Just that little squeeze of lemon over the fish, in my opinion, makes all the difference. Oh, you're going for it, are you? All the difference.
That's not my plate then.
Now, if you want the recipe, go to masterclass.co and you will find the recipe there. You will find all of this week's recipes. On Monday, what did we do Monday? Pesto pasta with chicken meatballs we did on Monday. On Wednesday, what did we do Wednesday?
Rainbow risotto.
We did rainbow risotto. Today, we've done fish and chips. And next week, on Monday, we're doing chicken Kiev. with sprouting tender stem broccoli on Monday at 5 o'clock.
Wednesday.
On Wednesday we are doing veggie shepherd's pie. And what are we doing on Friday? Pizza on Friday. So if you want to join us, either cook along live or watch us and then go and cook it, get in the kitchen, have some fun, make some amazing food and send us some pictures. We want to see pictures of what you've cooked. But thank you very much for watching and we will see you on Monday.